Lithification means forming of the rock. Okay, I think that needs to be clarified. Second part of the lecture, I want to talk about soil. Hey guys, this is how long it takes to form 1 inch of soil. I leave the numbers to you. Actually, this is not a complete table. There's several years above this and several years below this, but unfortunately, this is the maximum my computer screen can accommodate. But it's close enough. So 2011 minus 1507. How long does it take to form 1 inch of soil? You figure that out. It's a long time, and this is all the story on the history happened during the process that 1 inch soil was forming. Wow. So soil is precious. First, we study how soil formed. Weathering processes, that is reducing the size of the particles, breaking the big piece of rock to smaller piece of rock. That's simple. Okay, weathering is reducing size of the particles. Here we're talking about rock. Weathering does not involve removal of particles, does not involve movement of the particles. I mean, distance-wise. And this is a fundamental process. Rock was born. Oh, soil was born, sorry. And please watch this 1-minute video. It gives you a visual aids. Instead of you yourself imagining the process, it gives you the visual aid how to look at this concept. Now, erosion. Erosion is a process of loosening and redistributing particles. So after the big rocks was broken down, very tiny pieces, wind and water start to work their force and transport those particles to somewhere else. This process is called erosion. And worldwide erosion removes 25 billion metric tons of soil per year. Wow. And made worse by deforestation and desertification. And we humans contribute a lot to that. And the poor agriculture practice increase erosion and lead to the transport of associated fertilizer and pesticides. And some of the pesticides can linger in the soil for a long, long time. So when those soil was carried away to another place, those chemicals was carried away a long distance all around the world. That causes contamination. This is an example of the result of erosion. This is Grand Canyon. And because the wind, okay, and the water, you can imagine there's a river flow here. So the water carve into the rock and the soil and cause this marvelous landscape. So this is evidence of erosion. And other miserable consequences will be this massive erosion because of the inappropriate agriculture practice. On the left side, okay, on the right side, it's sensitive area close to Saharan desert. So you can see how powerful the wind is to carry the soil away. Worldwide, and South America and Asia, this is the worst places of erosion. If we look from the space, it looks like this. So all the soil was carried away by the rivers. Now, after learning plate tectonics, weathering, erosion, and the rock cycle, you should be able to name the forces that shape the surface of Earth. And I create this slide to summarize the basic forces, the basic reasons why we see mountains, rivers, glaciers, We see rifts, we see valleys, we see all those beautiful landscapes because of the constant shaping force of the earth. One force driving all the process is a heat. The heat drives the formation of the rock, right? And also, Earth receives the heat from the sun. And the self-spinning of the Earth and the Earth spinning around the sun, and those movements can change the direction of the winds and ocean currents, right? So that is really powerful force. And we have wind and the water carry things away all around the world. And we humans can significantly impact the surface of the earth, like deforestation and desertification. Soil and the land. I'm going to talk about this in the next part of the lecture.